Okay, hello everyone. I know my schedule for this has been like ridiculously awful, but we're gonna work through it because it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be in Philly tomorrow most likely, so I figured I'd get in another episode while I'm here. So this is the last worm hunt mission. We have to come here to the Shadow Fort. Basically there's a goblin invasion happening here, and we have to get in there and stop it. So we're gonna do that.
Well met, sir. I take you for the Arisen. Sir Maximilian informed us of your coming. By your leave, I would ask you spearhead our force.
Cool, bro.
Our tactics are as such. We aim to strike from the front gate, but lack the time and means to batter down the doors. I ask that you pass through the hole you see there, and lay open the gate from within. I cannot say what may await you within. The danger is great, but I trust you will prevail.
Alright, fam. So yeah, we just have to jump into this hole and go kill a bunch of goblins and shit. I have fewer pawns with me. I'm trying to level up really badly because I'm almost level 70, sort of. And once I get to level 70, I can stop being a warrior, which is ideal for me because I hate being a warrior, to be honest. Like, it's just not for me. It's a good class. You get a oh my god. It's a good class. You can do a shit ton of damage. It's just not for me. Plus, there's like way too many things that require you to be more mobile, and warriors just don't have that mobility. I mean, eventually I'll probably end up spending a lot of time as a warrior to try and drag and forge shit and whatnot. But ultimately it's just not for me. Not my cup of tea. But that's your thing, by all means go for it. It's a good class. All of the classes in this game are pretty heckin' good if you know how to use them right. Oh, I'm also very poor now because I spent a lot of money doing some shit. Yeah. Actually, how much side stuff have I done? I'm not even sure. I did like some basic stuff in Bitter Black Isle, and I did like a bunch of escort quests and things. I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff going on, or from what I can do. Monster killing quests, things like that. I don't need a pickaxe. Should probably just stop breaking shit and go on with the mission. Did I get everything that was in here that I could just pick up? Yeah, I think so. So the Shadow Fort's pretty cool. You'll be able to see in a second. I'm going up here first to take out some goblins. Yeah, they jump out from you here, so if you ever play this, and just know they jump out from you there. You'll probably forget it by the time you actually get to it, but I guess you could always turn to this if you want. I don't know how you feel about watching other people. Well, I guess if you haven't played it, I don't know. I get weird when I watch people play games that I've played before because I tend to judge their playstyle too harshly. But if I've never played a game before, then I'm perfectly okay. Well, normally. If it's a game that I'm even remotely familiar, like if I've played a game that's similar to it, then I might judge. I'm too judgmental when it comes to gaming. I need to get better at being relaxed and letting people do their thing. Because it works for them. It just doesn't work for me, and I gotta get used to that. Usually it only happens with gaming, though, because gaming's something that I'm just really familiar with. Alright. So this is hole here. You need to get the lever for so you can actually open the gates. Lever is down below, but we're taking out some of these ballista. I broke it. That is not what I wanted. It's fine. If you don't break it, you can. Oh, I'm blinded. Oh my god, you bitches. If you don't break it like I just did, you can use it to take out the ballista on the other side of the fortress. Takes a bit of time to do it that way, but it's honestly really nice if you can take them out because they're such a hassle. They make life so hard. Especially because you have to climb ladders for at least a portion of this in some way, shape, or form. And having these things fire at you is really annoying while you're trying to climb a ladder and you can barely move. Alrighty. There's a ladder here, but you could just be, well, you could either slide down it or you can just drop off from it because it's not high enough to take damage from. Sorry, I'm just debating what I want to do first. I'm gonna try and clear out as much as I can before the soldiers come in. Because if you don't, if they, you get rewards from them if they survive the mission. So that's one reason I like to take out the ballista, because the soldiers tend to just stay in one spot and they just get shot repeatedly by it. And I'm like, no, move, you'll die. They don't listen. It's fine. Oh wait, isn't there... There might be a badge of vows on there. I can't remember. I've been stockpiling across the different sky quests because I've like done as much as I can of those in my spare time, but all the other ones are like story related or in story related places, so I'm like, I might as well just wait until I do the mission. I think there's one here. There it is. I could have probably just checked my map for it, but it's fine. I thought there's supposed to be Cyclops, or a couple of Cyclops here. Oh, there they are. It's like they're supposed to be around here somewhere. Yeah. You want to stay mobile while you're doing this mission, otherwise you will most likely get shot by the ballista. Or ballistae, however, I don't know how you say the plural. Well, you will get shot by a ballista of the two that are up there if you don't stay mobile. Even if you are mobile, they have a chance of hitting you just because, depending on how you move and whatnot. But if you stay, mobile, you're less likely to get hit. Oh, stuck in a hole. There are like very small holes here that if your character is tiny, they can fit through and use for mobility, which is nice, kind of, I guess. I mean, it helps you from not getting hit by a Cyclops or a ballista. So, pros and cons. I usually don't make myself tiny characters. Oh. The ballista can also hurt the Cyclops, if I remember correctly. Get them in the line of fire. They are going bonkers. Cyclops can also kill the goblins for you. Although I think if they get killed by the Cyclops, you don't get EXP, but I don't really remember. I wasn't paying attention to my screen, so maybe I did get XP. I think two of these can be kind of annoying, especially when they're code-based. You still have I'm gonna try and get its other tusk. Oh, I didn't take damage. Wait! Did I that time? No, I'm still good. Honestly, when they're pissed, it's really annoying to try and hit them. They both still have a lot of health. I try for an Arc of Deliverance, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get shot because of how slow you move with Arc of Deliverance. getting shot with the ballista. Someone help me out. I don't have anything that I could. Well, I guess I could use some stuff. I think what would be best to use. I guess we'll. Yeah. Why not? Didn't really help Tifa that much, but she just didn't do it. Ah! You have, both of your tests are broken off. Either still has one left. Honestly, I probably will never need rugged tests anymore, but I still like breaking them off. I guess since they're both kind of relatively located behind this wall, I can try for Arc of Deliverance, seeing as how I'm less likely to get shot here. Oh, fuck. Can you not? No! Again, it happened. I hate everything. It's fine. I should probably heal more than this, but we'll go without for right now. Oh! Yep, my pawns can't heal me. They're too busy getting fucked up. I should probably just use that, it's fine. It's heavy anyways. Alright, well, hopefully I can charge one up now and they won't fucking hit me like a bitch. What did he just throw? Oh, probably just a rock. Oh my gosh! I'm so angry. I don't even know why they're so mad. It's not my fault they're getting shot by ballista. The goblins, they should be mad at the goblins. And ka-chow. Get a hit in its eye. That'd be hecking cool. Oh, you forgot it. That's my girl. Woman. I forget how old she is. Ow. Well, at least I got the hit in. Wait a second, because I might get someone to heal me before I get hit again. It's almost dead, so just... Oh. Tifa with the deathly arrows. Alright. It must have been love. But it's so yeah, these are the tiny holes. If you're a tiny person, you can fit in these. I am not, though. I think you have to be like child size, basically. Oh my god. Like I said, the dangers of climbing ladders. There's that I know. I thought those were plants. They were not. Well, I mean, they were, but not plants I could use. That's why it's nice to have someone take those out, if you can. Oh, that's fine. I don't really need that. It used to be love, but it's over now. You're safe under here usually, so I don't really worry about.
What's this?
Give me back that fillet of fish. If you can get up here before your pawns break these boxes. So if you get anywhere near here, they'll try and break them. There's a chest here. Oh, nice. I don't have those yet. This is the way to the, I forget what you call it. We'll go there later, though. But I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Probably have just broken those. Fine. Yeah, I'm an item hoarder. It's fine. Okay, that's everything that's on the ground. And I probably can't get Tifa to attack those guys. And you can't get in here yet because these are locked. So you have to wait until the soldiers are inside. So this part really just comes down to... Oh wait, did I miss a badge right here? I did. Oh, there it is. Um, 25 and 54. Oh, I know where this is, I think. Probably walked by it coming in. Oh wait, no I did. Yes, no. I think I walked by 54 coming in here. Because it should be like up dangling from... Yep, there it is. I forget if I have to do the tricky jump or not. I don't think I have that one yet. There's one that, like, if you don't have double jump, even with double jump, it's kind of hard to get. It's easier to get with levitate, but it just requires a, like, a precision jump. In theory, I think you can do it with just a single jump. It's just much harder. Oh, it's usually like over there. I don't think that's this one. It might be though. Oh, so I made it in here without getting shot, which is nice, because usually I get shot. Oh wait. And then you can just break this and then open the door. Mithridate you don't really need. Oh, if you're tiny, I think you can use the tiny tunnels to get here and not get shot at all. So, benefits of being tiny. I think being tiny, your base speed is also faster. I think you use your stamina more quickly though, but you get it back faster. And I think your carrying capacity is decreased. So there are good things and bad things about being tiny and large. requires the... Unless it's downstairs. I don't think it is, though. I have a feeling it's exactly the one I was talking about. Well, it probably would be easier just to wait and do it after the mission. Oh yeah, in Dark Arisen there's a port crystal here. There are more crystals, or more port crystals in Dark Arisen than there are in the vanilla game, so if you get the vanilla game, you only get one port crystal per run through, which is honestly absolute shit. But, I mean, once you get to New Game Plus, you can just buy them. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but...
There's orcs here, Arisen. Strength in numbers, Arisen. This looks interesting.
There's the lever.
The lever to open the gate, perhaps.
Port crystal. Port crystals become your best friend. I'm gonna make Tifa hold this, cause it heavy. It not my brother. I'm gonna make Tifa hold that too. Yeah, we're gonna do this, the other Badge of Vows. It's like right here, but it's on that platform, and so it requires a lot of jumping that is much easier to attempt when you don't have these bitches shooting at you. Is it dark? It's dark. I should put my lantern on. Doo-doo-doo. And now you can, once you get the lever, you can let everybody in. And then goblins attack, and then you kill those goblins. Then you can go inside the fort, like the main building of the fort, and take out the ballista up top. But there's another Cyclops with them, which makes it annoying, but I usually just go after the ballista first and hope I don't get knocked off by the Cyclops. These guys are usually okay. Oh, sack. I'm probably gonna get a shot off. Forgot there was a sack. Is it worth it? Probably not. Oh yeah, I should be fighting goblins with these guys so they don't get butchered. They're usually okay just against the goblins, but it doesn't hurt to get in my hand. Oh, and I forgot I have a mage who can probably heal them. I don't know if she will, though. I don't know if it's part of her AI to heal these ones. These guys. Well, I guess if I just stand close enough to them, they'll get healed. Oh yeah, she is healing them. Way to go, Q. Oh my god, bitch. I think that's all. Well, can't be all of them because they haven't opened the doors yet. Plus, I think even after they open the doors, more goblins come. But these guys can usually handle them. Where are they all at? Where are they at? Oh.
trophy worthy of your skill, sir. Go, put them to the blade.
Corona Slash is really nice because it usually knocks down opponents. That's what I usually tend to take as a warrior. I take Indomitable Lash because it's like your standard charge up attack, but it's pretty quick, unlike Arc of Deliverance, which is your super heavy hitter charge up, which is slower but does way more damage. And then Corona Slash knocks enemies down, which is part of the other warrior's major job. Because if the enemies are knocked down, they can't hit you. Plus, if they are down, you can actually grapple hold them, which is useful too. Because other party members can just kind of jump on in. That is if there's the right size so they can be grappled held as opposed to just grabbing onto them. Like if they're giant things, they aren't gonna go down like that. Or be able to be held like that. You have to hold them differently. Should probably hurry so that those guys don't get shot. They should be alright. I think they're out of range for the most part. Once you get past a point, then they're just kind of like, oh, we're here, but we're not gonna die or anything. Oh wait, no, that's... Doodly doodly doo, doodly doodly doo. See, I come up. Oh, forgot you were here. You have to bitch slap me. I'm gonna break the ballista. You can use it to attack the Cyclops, but it's kind of hard to hit, so I usually just don't bother. 'Tis raw, stand clear. Honestly though, this one is kind of a pain in the ass. You destroy this ballista while I'm here. Your main concern with this Cyclops is not getting knocked off. Because he can and will knock you off if you're not careful. Like that. I managed to not get knocked off. But it can and will happen. Well, can happen. Won't necessarily happen if you attack it smartly. Explosive barrels are nice for some damage. Aren't gonna kill it obviously, but Lightning's nice against Cyclops. It stuns them. Stuns them, and that's the element they're weak to, so. Nice planning, Capcom. Oh yeah, this is a Capcom game, and it's like definitely not something you would really expect from Capcom. Or at least I don't think so anyways. Maybe other people do. Well, wait, to Capcom? Trying to think who made like Xenoblade Chronicles or Chrono Trigger. I can't remember. But this game is not usually what I think of when I think Capcom, but that's mainly also because I'm a Resident Evil fan, and then there's also Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and stuff, or Marvel vs. Capcom franchise in general, I guess. It did. You're just gonna have to be average weight. Q. Sorry. There's also a shit ton of stuff to get, or that you can get when you're up here. It's just you have to go down basically to get it. Start on this side.
We can like jump inside from here, Martin.
And grab this chest right here. I already own those. And then you can hop on over here and get this sack. Has some goodies normally. Mainly looking for Grand Blossom and Fiend Perch when you're in this region, or in this area in particular, since this is the only place you can get them. I'm trying to see where the drop down point is. There it is. Drop down here so you don't take fall damage. And then you open this door. Or if you're tiny, you can come in here through the tiny tunnel. I'm not though, so no tiny tunnel for me. She was having a spaz attack with the zoning.
Insolence.
At this point of the game, goblins are usually go down in one hit. Well, it might just because I'm a warrior. Damage. Although assassins are better for physical attack, but oh, nice. 2 giant coin pouches. Just gonna have to be alive, I guess. And then on the other side of that area, pretty rare helmet, I guess. I mean, this is the only place I've ever seen a person be able to get it. You might be able, well, can you buy it? You might be able to buy it from, I think his name's John? No, Jace. No, wait, no, he's in the Everfall, isn't he? Shit, I don't remember. It's a J name, I don't remember which one. Anyways, you can drop down here and get the Lupine Veil. You may already have like the Direwolf Veil at this point, but here's where you get the Lupine Veil. The Lupine Veil is the wolf equivalent of the regular wolf equivalent of the Direwolf Veil. And then there's a Direwolf Cape that matches with the Direwolf Veil, and the Feral Cape that matches with the Lupine Veil. I think they spawn indefinitely from in here, but I could be wrong. Or at least until the mission's over. Oh, since I took out the ballista, I can attempt this jump. This one's kind of a bitch to do. Oh, fuck. Since I don't have double jump, I can't like change my direction in midair. So when you have single jump, your options are like running to here and then trying to jump to the other side. Actually, wait, no, I think you can only do that with double jump. You can walk along here too. The only problem is I don't remember if you can stand on the, oh, that was bad. This one's just hard to do without mobility. I might just come back here later. It's probably the easier thing to do at this point. Plus the goblins keep coming, so... Let me try like one more time. Oh my god. Yeah, now you need double jump to get it over there. Let me see if I can jump on the middle wall. I don't remember if you can or not. You might not be able to. I know there's at some point the wall where you just kind of get force fielded off to the side. Yep. Alright. We'll come back. We got these guys real fast, I guess. Oh my god. Stop spawning goblins. Should just go do the mission, I guess. Before Q gets overwhelmed with monster materials. Although the XP piles up. It's kind of annoying having to wait for the goblins to spawn if you want to grind here, but it's whatevs.
Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still. We are rather a single.
Ow. Can you not? I did it on the wrong thing. That was dumb of me. I don't need those at all, so I'm just Before you go in there, you can get this treasure chest. Probably isn't going to be anything great. It's alright. I think I actually have an arch staff that's better already, but it is what it is. So when you come in here, you have to fight the goblin leader. He doesn't actually die when you're in here. You have to try and kill him as he's fleeing, which is really annoying unless you're like a class that is not a class that I currently am. It's easier to do as a mage or an archer of some sort. Dies easily enough. His health isn't that great. He jumps out the window. If you kill him, you get a decent amount of XP because he's like the goblin leader. Like the goblin leader. If I wasn't so hecking slow, could have killed him. It's fine.
The beasts are fled and the horde retaken! Victory is ours! Victory! Victory is ours!
They're so corny.
All glory to the Duke!
Fuck the Duke. So, you can talk to this dude and you'll get presents from everyone.
Magnificent, sir. I've sent word of your feat, as are we all. Still, their number was too great. No such. I fear it an ill omen of things.
So yeah, they'll give you all a bunch of stuff.
I heal your wounds.
I'm gonna actually discard this because I don't need Mithridate at all anymore in my life. I have too much of it. I think it's daytime now. Actually, it might automatically cycle you to daytime. I forget. Alright, so we're gonna come back here once I can actually, like, move. Oh. I hope I'm not too close to a level up. Well, if I turn in my quest, hopefully I can level up there, and then I'll be fine. Because we'll do that, and then... Oh god, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I guess because I'm overleveled. I am very overleveled. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay.
You see the sword light the weather just about, has it? Or will it be?
I didn't mean that. Probably should have done my enhancing first before I went and sorted through things, but oh well.
What will it be today?
Ugh, my spine hurts. I've been trying to stretch, like just stretch it more, and it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Oh well. I don't have my verdigris concoction right now.
What will it be today? Come again.
Iron and steel, the masterwork. The masterworks.
I just kind of scroll through things and see what I can and can't enhance, and if I can enhance it, I decide whether I actually want to or not. Did I actually? Oh, this only need. Why are they both? I don't know. It's fine. I need to fight more direwolves. I need more direwolf materials in general. Eventually, I'll have way too many, but I haven't reached that point yet. I haven't been doing enough stuff in the north yet, but we're getting there. Just takes a bit. And then there are some things I either don't enhance because I don't want to use those materials yet, or because I don't plan on enhancing them through materials as opposed to just dragon forging straight away.
Masterworks, come again.
How much XP do I get from this? It doesn't tell me. I have a feeling it's not going to.
What will it be today?
Rather than put me closer to leveling up and then not leveling up, I'm just gonna go to the Shadow Fort real quick. Should probably go as the mage, but since I'm gonna be an assassin next, I think I'll do that and just make my life harder to some degree.
Have your pick.
Because we'll probably fight some goblins and whatnot along the way, so I'd rather get the discipline. Can work on Tifa's discipline too, since Tifa's gonna be a ranger for like forever. Like, it's just part of the build I have set up. She ends up being a ranger for a very long time. I think like 70 of her levels are spent as a ranger. If I do, yeah, she's like 55 and 15, which is, yeah. We're gonna give her the owl mace, actually, since goblins are still weak to ice. Give that to me. And we'll just... Wow. The shield oh, but this takes all the magic. I'd rather have that. Keep most of her equipment the same, except for her chest armor. looks fashionable. Frame plate, what's that? 52, 56 versus 7. This looks like garbage. So much of this armor looks like garbage. Until you find like the right stuff to pair with it. Some stuff is nice. I think we'll go frame plate. Over this one. Yeah. Quit that. Short bow. Hand that over to me for now, I guess.
Have your pick. In new line. Come again soon.
Are your travel?
Okay. Alrighty. This is one time I kind of hope we don't. Well, if Griffin does attack, we should level up. I don't know if we'll be able to kill it though, but Griffins are bitches. Do I have my phone with? I thought I had my phone with me. That's fine. So yeah, we're just gonna grab that badge of vows from there, and then switch back to being a warrior, and I guess we'll hand in that quest. And then I guess all that's left to do really is move on and start doing work directly for the Duke. Getting a bunch of side quests and stuff gathered up. I still don't know how I feel about this like, I don't know, it's been a while since I had the vanilla dodge roll animation. It used to be different. I think I already explained this at some point before, but I don't remember it well enough to know what the major differences were. If one is particularly better or not, if they're virtually the same and just have different aesthetic appearances. Because this tumble almost seems like a little too fast for what would make sense, but I don't know. Oh, I got my hair did. Got my beard trimmed and a slight haircut. I still want to grow it long though. It's being a bitch. But I finally went through the last of this shampoo that's just been kind of sitting around that nobody's been using, and it's like, I don't want this to go to waste. So I finished that today so I can go back to using mane and tail, and hopefully that'll help more. It's not a sponsor. I don't know if I need to even mention that. Life's weird. Why are you still having it? Alright, well if you're gonna be light regardless, I'm gonna make you hold my shit. Actually no, I'll take my sword back. You can hold the bow. Stuff in here already? Or, I don't know. I guess the stuff inside versus outside has different respawn rates. I wish somebody, well I guess I could do it, but I wish somebody like had written down how long it takes for different chests and whatnot areas to respawn. I'm sure there's stuff out there for some of the areas, but I don't know if there's stuff for every area. I guess they get the important ones, like the really important ones, like Deep and Bitter Black Isle and whatnot, but... And in the Everfall, the post-game Everfall. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I get to the post-game, because usually I spend like a shit amount, like an absurdly large amount of time in the post-game Everfall. And I don't know what I want to... I mean, I guess I could do what I'm doing with Final Fantasy and just put it on hiatus until I'm done. Although I haven't spent, like, any time on that. Sorry. Eventually. But if I do put it on hold, what do I do in the meantime? Because I don't know if people are even interested in watching other people farm. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a rank up for discipline. I might, but it's not likely. Well, I'm low enough in discipline rank, or vocation rank, that I might. I just have to keep watching my XP. 40,000. As long as they're like 40 hobgoblins, who knows what could happen. It's the only problem with trying to get discipline for other vocations that you would like to work on, is if you do it too early in the game, you risk leveling up as the wrong vocation. I think I mentioned before, your stats are determined by what vocation you level up as. So, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter for me because I planned on being an assassin next anyways, but it would matter for Tifa because it would fuck up her build. Probably wouldn't be very drastic, but I'm so fucking obsessive about shit. Just prefer to not have to deal with that. She says as he blows the horn. China, won't you blow? How am I doing? Oh, I still got room. Rank up my vocation. I probably should actually, well, I don't know. I'm spending time on Tifa's fighter because I had started that with her originally. I figured I might as well get some discipline out of that and rank up. But I feel like I should actually work on her as a mage because she's eventually going to be a mage and then a sorcerer. But I don't know. I mean, it's not for a while, and she'll be spending a fucking long ass time as them, so. Oh my. Stretch. God. Sorry. Oh yeah, this place kind of becomes like the quarry, where you start out where you consume stamina, and then once you do the mission there and people take over, you don't expel any stamina, which is just nice. Alrighty, well, let's get this badge of vows. So with double jump, you'll still need like a running jump, but you can double. Oh, didn't make it quite. You can double jump and then grab that plank. It's honestly, I'm pretty sure it's easier with levitate, but and I think I do know levitate actually. Oh my gosh. but I didn't switch to it because I wanted to work on my assassin as opposed to a mage. Oh, come on, I was right there. It's finicky. If it takes too long, I'll just come back to it again as a mage, but later, when we're not doing important things. I jumped from the wrong place that time. I saw that shit. I'm gonna give it like 2 more tries maybe. I don't know. What? Forget if I can do it along the wall. I think on this side it's fine. It's the other side that's... Yeah. It's the other side that's finicky. Finicky but limited. Can you not? I think it's already been like more than 2 tries that I said I was gonna do, but it's fine. There we go. That's how that works. And I got a rank up, which is what I wanted. Although I wish Tifa would have ranked up so I can, because fighters have one of my favorite skills in the game, or one of my favorite augments. It's oh shit, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but it lets you hold more things before you get over encumbered. Like it changes the little bars. I'll show in a second. Like the little bars that determine your weight class, like very light, light, average, heavy, very heavy, and then over encumbered. It changes the bars a bit so that you can hold more while still being light or very light. It's be nice. Let me just top her off. Oh, and grab the other badge of Vows quest, or across a different sky, from a different sky, sorry. Let's see where this one is. It's probably down in this. Oh, cool. What I like to do, because eventually I'll have a quest that'll, like a major quest that'll take me out that way. I like to stockpile all like these ones. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since you can only have 6 of these at a time, I'll probably go for 61 at some point. Not right now, but... because right now we're going to go hand in the last worm hunt quest. I'm going to change back to warrior though, in case I level up. Actually, now I probably will level up since I killed those goblins and hobgoblins. First, we're gonna see what skills we can learn. Assassin has some of my favorite combat skills, at least my favorite physical ones. Problem is debating which ones you want to get. Actually, I might be able to just afford all of them. First strike. Intimate Gambit. Intimate Gambit's quite nice. Powder Charge is alright. Has its uses. Shield Drum is nice. Full Bend, nice. Keen Sight, nice. Piercing is alright, I guess. Could be better. Thought I had Controlled Fall as a war. Well, I guess it differs for warriors and fighters. Oh, I could afford everything. Go me. Danger with hybrid classes because skills can get very expensive and you have like a shit ton of them to learn with the hybrid classes unless you've already been one of the priors. So I had the advantage of having at least stuff for daggers for the most part done as a ranger. So I'm gonna keep that as is, keep that as is, cause I don't, back kick's pretty cool. When do I have springboard? The launching skills are okay. It's mainly, I don't even know, cause they mainly launch, oh shit, my badge is gonna die soon. I mainly use the launching skills if I'm gonna fight hydras, but even then it's like, do I really need this? Oh, battery dying. Plug in my charger. Ugh. Professional AF. Tifa didn't rank up, right? Yeah.
What will it be? Have your pick.
Change back to warrior. Ranger.
Do you need anything for Bobby to take on with you?
It's okay. Okay.
Have your pick. What will it be today? What will it be today? What will it be today?
Should probably just call this watch me organize my inventory. 'Cause that's what I spend at least 30% of this game doing, if not more. Oh, what a little long.
What will it be? Have it come again?
Everything's back to normal? Yep. Okay. Alrighty. So now, I guess since we're on the last worm hunt quest, if you want to raise your affinity with Maximilian, the guy that gets them, or that you get these quests from, an easy way to do it is while you're doing these, if you can get a bunch of quills, because he likes quills. I guess the only thing, do I still have my affinity high with Formidable? Let me double check. I do. It's nice to have your affinity high with him because it helps with his inventory, although it has to be dependent on where you are in the story. What was I gonna say? Anyways, if you want to raise your affinity with Maximilian, the best way to raise affinity with anyone is to, like, if you don't have the Arisen's bond, is to give them what they like and then also do a quest for them, and the quest helps solidify their affinity so it doesn't deteriorate. So this would count as a quest for Maximilian, so if you had his
Good Arisen.
affinity high, it
Word
would
of
help
victory.
solidify it.
You've
Oh, I didn't level up. Oh well. So, yeah, we're gonna get started.
It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm hunt. The choice is yours. This is a high honor, Arisen. See, you do not take it lightly. Here are the details. Wondrous tidings, Arisen. The Duke is to grant you an audience. His Grace wishes to commend you for your valor and your service to the land. Know, however, that any errand you have taken on will be left to another to complete. You will also be asked to return your writ of permission to join the hunt. If you have aught left undone, pray tend to it afore you come to see the Duke, sir. I must be clear. Your audience with His Grace will put an end to any current tasks, and you will be asked to return your license to the worm hunt. Knowing that, are you prepared to see His Grace?
Yeah, we done with everything.
You are quite certain? No tasks left incomplete? No need for the license to the hunt? Understood. Then pray, enter the castle, sir. A guide awaits within to see you to His Grace.
As all this other stuff is not. So yeah, you can either just do 2 quests and move on, or you can do all of them. It's up to you. If you're doing a speed run, do 2. If you're not doing a speed run, or if you're doing a speed run with certain parameters, like you have to do every main quest, whatever floats your boat. There's a bunch of stuff in here, but oh, I just realized I probably have access to a bunch of other quests now because that's fine. We'll get it later. So yeah, this is the first time you'll enter the Duke's Demesne, or Demesne, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's probably a French origin or something, I'm not really sure. You can get a bunch of stuff in here. It's mainly like greenware-ish and a bunch of other stuff. Greenvarish, I don't know. It might be Germanic. Who the fuck knows? I don't. I've been playing this game for however many years and I don't know how to pronounce shit. Hashtag VSAD. Oh, I just ran by it. Sometimes it's honestly so hard to see shit in this game. Cause like it shines usually or like stands out in some way, but it's just not always hecking enough. I'm not gonna bother with all the gathering stuff cause that'll just add way too many things to what can be done here. I'm just gonna get stuff that I care about or is easy to get. Plus you can kind of see the castle and how the other half lives. Even though this is like the 1%, but whatever. Yeah, that's it for this side, or for things I care about on this side. In theory, you could jump off to make it faster. You're gonna take fall damage, though. Oh my gosh, I almost took fall damage. Now we're good. Speaking of fall damage, if you end up playing as a magic archer, which I will be one eventually, once I get to level 100, or maybe a little earlier if I do some discipline leveling up, or vocation rank ups, they get a perk that decreases the amount of damage you take from fall damage. So if you fall a lot, there you go. Or take a lot of fall damage, I guess. I'm trying to think where fall damage is like the biggest issue. It's more often than not, like, it doesn't stop you from dying, so I'm trying to think, because often you just fall and die more so than fall and take damage. But especially on Bitter Black Isle, because Bitter Black Isle is like relentless with falling to your death. Because in the main game, you could like fall and then take enough damage to die, or you could fall and end up in a body of water and drowning. But with that, it's the brine that swallows you up and then it just puts you back where you were, like nearby where you were. But with Bitter Black Isle, it treats it as a full-on death, and you literally just, because you'll fall into a chasm, and it'll just straight up treat it as a death, and then you have to start over from where you were. Should I get skeleton keys? I'll worry about that later. When you go in here, you have to go where the jester was. His name's Feste. He's an asshole. But I'm doing some other exploring. Did I even do the other side? I didn't go upstairs or up high. Yeah, I did. I did. What am I saying to myself? Wait, no, I fuck. I know what I did wrong. Oh my gosh. So dumb. I knew I forgot something. Too busy running my damn mouth. There he is again. Feste, the asshole. Just straight up asshole. If you could like legitimately kill NPCs, I would probably kill him. I mean, you can kill them, but I think they end up respawning. Unless they're non-important ones. I don't think he's considered an important NPC, so he might not respawn. But killing people can be kind of a nuisance sometimes. Especially in here, because I'll just get arrested. Depending on where you are, you could get arrested, but you aren't always arrested. It's mainly if you attack people inside of Grand Soren. Because the guards, that's the only place with a jail. Caster's doesn't have a jail. The encampment doesn't have a jail. So can really only attack people here and get sent to jail, which is weird. Oh fuck, I have to go the long way. So in theory, if you wanted to murder Kina, your childhood friend, you could. Well, she's an important NPC. She might come back. I forgot to go over this way and stuff. I like completely forgot this section. Stuff in here usually isn't that good, but you can sell it. Money is good. Although this stuff probably won't sell for much, but I'll take what I can get at this point because I spent so much money on weapon enhancement. Like honestly, when you start getting to things that are like, you'll end up getting like weapons and equipment that'll, well first off you'll need all the materials, and then you have to pay like hundreds of thousands of gold to upgrade it. It's just like, why do you do this? But enhancing needs to happen because there are only 2 dragons that can dragon forge your clothing with 100% chance, or your equipment with 100% chance. Did I explain dragon forging? I don't know if I did. Basically, dragon forging, well, in the vanilla game, is the highest form of item and weapon, armor and weapon enhancement. To do that, it has a random chance to happen after you kill a dragon, or any kind of dragon. But it's dependent on its enhancement level for the most part. So, in the higher its enhancement level, the greater chance it has to be enhanced by lesser wormkin, which is like drakes, worms, wyverns, the offline UR dragon, and the newer dragons from Bitter Black Isle, like the Thunder Wyvern, the Frost Worm, the Fire Drake, and the Undead Dragon, or Cursed Dragon, or something like that, whatever it is. And then there are 2 dragons. The main game dragon, like the quote-unquote final boss, like the dragon that everyone's trying to stop, the one that took your heart, he will instantly Dragon Forge your equipment when you kill him, if you choose to kill him, although you kind of, I mean, you have other options, but at the same time you don't. It's weird. And then the online UR dragon. I'll explain that in a minute.
Humble shores of home for the heady depths of cart. Pray, let this token from humble Feste garner favor with the leviathans within.
Oh yeah, that hat that Tifa was wearing, this is what he puts on you. He's an asshole. He's trying to make you look like a dipshit. But it is he that is the dipshit. Or the bigger dipshit, I guess. They're all just gonna laugh at you because they're a bunch of cucks. Julian, my boy, sort of. I love him and hate him at the same time, but mainly love him. Yeah, Feste's an asshole. He should go die. Mercedes, my gal. Actually, no, my favorite... well, she is probably one of my favorite female NPCs. Keena's pretty dope. Madeline could use some work. Duchess is kind of annoying. Plus, the Duchess is a slut. Well, yeah, kind of a slut. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to her like that, but it's at the same time, it's like, it's kind of true.
I fear your crime outshines my own.
I shouldn't talk during cutscenes. Anyways, I was going back to Dragon Forging. Just with the quick word about the UR dragon. You don't encounter him until like way later in the post-game Everfall. He's in the Chamber of Lamentation, I think. Anyways, he's a super strong, like, undead dragon. You can fight him online or offline, which determines his health. Offline, he's easier to kill, but his dragon forging chances are not as high. Online, he takes a long time to kill, and with multiple fights. But he'll instantly dragon forge your equipment, and also his drop pool changes from online to offline. You can only get certain things online as opposed to offline. Offline has like the very basics with his drops. You can get the Ascalon, the Heaven's Key, and the I forget the name. It's an Anchor to Heaven, but it's a holy buffed Anchor to Heaven. It's one of the best stabs in the main game. And then online you can get weapons for all the other classes. And also the Lustrous Targe, I think, is what it... yeah, maybe? Or is that what... I don't know. But he drops a bunch of holy weapons, which you could argue are the best. I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for. So, plus, some things resist holy damage, so... Alright, so now we get to meet the Duchess, whose outfit I'm wearing. Who wore it best? But this set is really good. Why they gave it to her, I don't really know. But, it's fine. The Duchess will probably end up being the first person that you'll get max affinity with if you haven't played this game before and don't know how to max affinity with people.
Apologies, dear warrior.
And she'll become your
But to see a face austere as the
beloved,
castle walls adorned
or your like really special person.
this.
It'll make more sense later. You have like a significantly special person that basically becomes your spouse. You don't get really married though. They just kind of come to your house at the end of the game, live there and love you.
Valor dwells in the heart.
Which is why I try to get Reynard there, because one, I love Reynard, and two, if you don't, he disappears. Unless you don't do his quest line, then I think he stays. But I want to do his quest line. Because I love him.
Hail, helm? I fear I am remiss in asking your name, sir.
This is Eleanor. She's alright. I get tired of her.
You must forgive me. I fear I am grossly ignorant in matters of war. I had thought all who fought shared the title warrior.
Keep talking to her and you can give her your hat.
I am Eleanor, come just a few days past as a bride to the Duke.
Tells you her backstory.
I pray you will serve my lord husband faithfully, Sir Warrior. I presume the crown you bear is a mark of your station as the Arisen? I must apologize for my laughter, good sir. I assure you I meant no disrespect.
Bitch.
You would gift me your crown, dear warrior? You are far too kind. I shall cherish it.
This is a good way to get her affinity up.
I shall pray for your safe travels, sir. Until we meet again, dear Arisen.
Okay. She also has like preferred gifts. You don't really need to deal with that because you'll get her affinity max if you just keep doing her quest lines and stuff. It's ridiculously easy to get her affinity to max. And then you try to walk out and then they're like, stop! You have work to do.
By decree of the Duke, you are to be allowed free passage into the castle. This right extends only to your person. You are advised to comport yourself fittingly. A grievous breach in conduct will see you removed from the castle, or worse. You will take your orders from the Duke's Chamberlain, Aldous. Speak to him for further instruction. May the
Aldous is right there.
How fared your audience with his grace, Arisen? Aldous Ludwig Sorn at your service, sir. I serve as a chamberlain in the Duke's court. As you may have seen for yourself, it seems his grace is unwell. In truth, there is worry enough to make any man's head ache. But I fear he ails of worse than worry. Perhaps I ought not speak further on the matter, for my own well-being. I am charged with assigning royal orders. Great import issued by the Duke himself.
I don't know if it was mentioned or not. The Duke was once in Arisen too, but he supposedly beat the dragon, which is why it's called Edward Dragonsbane, or Edmund Dragonsbane.
May your efforts help to bring its end into sight.
So this matter has a lot of matter has a lot of personal involvement for him too. I leveled up. Tifa will level up outside once I go there. But I should probably go talk to Aldous among all the other NPCs that are in the castle that have stuff for me to do. Where's Mirabelle? I don't know if I can do her quest yet. I think I have to, or the quest for Eleanor. I should be able to do Chamberlain Feudal's quests though, among other people's quests. At this point, this is like the major change in the story quests and whatnot. Like, this is when it happens. So a bunch of new side quests appear along with the main quests. So I guess with the last, like, well, I guess we can, I don't know how long Gathering Quest is going to take. But we'll figure it out.
You are to see me for your assignments, and no one else. I speak for his grace on such matters. My word is his. As such, any task deserves your full and immediate attention. Pray, make your choice, sir. No doubt you're aware the roads are ever more overrun with beasts of every stripe. The threat has only worsened since the dragon's coming. Trade has suffered, citizens have died. A company of the land's finest sword hands have been gathered to thin the creature's numbers. It is no perfect solution, but it is a start. There's been no end of reports of caravans bearing tribute bound for Grand Sorrow being waylaid. Among them, the direst threat is posed by the Griffin. It is not a creature easily quelled, but we can ignore it no longer. Hence the company of elites. And now it seems they are prepared to face the beast. They stand in wait outside the castle gate, Go and speak with them for further detail. I fear this may be a long battle, sir.
It is. Mainly just because you have to travel. It's the travel that's murder. So yeah, that's one. You gotta go kill a griffin. It's not a hard quest. Well, getting to places is the hard part.
Make your choice. You've a stake in this, and a right to hear, sir. You know of Fawn. He is among the wealthiest of Grand Soren's merchants.
Basically, this quest is, Fornival is on trial.
I would beg a favor. It seems Fornival was as busy in his underground dealings as in his bill of crimes includes bribery,
Yeah, blah, blah, blah,
fraud,
blah, blah, blah.
even collusion with self. Should the present tide prevail, he will like. Opinions are split, however.
I'm gonna skip this because basically Fornival's a shady guy. They never really say outright whether he's actually guilty or not. Literally, it's all based on whatever evidence you bring in or don't bring in. Personally, I think Fornival is a douche, and he definitely is culpable of all this shit that he's done. But sending him to jail is not good for you, because you lose out on a merchant that has really nice stuff, like the Maker's Finger. He's the only person that sells that shit, and you need that shit. Especially if you plan on farming the online UR dragon. You need that shit a lot. Because basically when you're fighting the online UR dragon, the Maker's Finger will destroy one of its hearts. It's hard to explain. Like, it's a dragon that's composed of the hearts of dead Arisen. And the Maker's Finger will destroy one of them, but he has a bunch. So you will need multiples of them, and even then it's not necessarily a guarantee for helpfulness. But seeing as how you can, that's why it takes multiple fights. The online UR dragon has a shit ton of health. Having the Maker's Finger makes life easier. Significantly. I didn't come in here yet. But I'm also talking about a lot of things that don't apply to any of you if you are only this far in the game. But these are things to know, I guess, if you like planning ahead. That if you want to have the best luck with other things, you want Fornival to be found innocent, even though he is definitely not innocent. Came here. Go in here real quick while the Duke's not here. It's a good place to get hair from his desk. You really only need hair for like one side quest, notice board quest, and if you want to enhance the metered catharsis. Unless they added it for something else, but I'm not aware of it. I'd have to look it up online. But I forget, you don't need a whole lot of it. You need like maybe 15 or 20. And I got here just in time before the Duke. Oh no, it's a servant. Never mind. I don't know where Chamberlain Feudal is. There you are.
I hear old Fornival is the subject of an inquest. His conviction would bring me no joy, not least for the loss of revenue I would suffer. Arisen, I have a proposition, sir. I've long had dealings with Fornival, and want to believe in his innocence. Pray, take a petition for his acquittal from me, that it may help sway his arbiters.
Yep, so you get a petition for that. Cool. Basically, like, this is the evidence. You go to people and they're like, oh, I don't want Fornival to go to jail. Here, take this document.
I entrust I cannot afford to let go.
Then he has another quest.
Arisen, I would speak with you. This is not the place. 'Tis a conversation best had after dark. Meet me in the courtyard.
Feudal is shady AF. I mean, granted, there are a lot of people that are shady AF in this game, but Feudal is one of them. Honestly, both people involved in the quest that I just picked up are shady. Both majorly involved parties. It's all way too shady for me. Alright, next room is Julian's room. Julian... I have mixed feelings about Julian. I love him, but he's also, like, a bad guy. If you remember, he was the guy that we had to... Well, I don't know if I showed... I think I showed that on camera. No, I didn't. But he is the knight that we saw... Or that, is working for Salvation, hence the set of Salvation robes in his office. He's colluding with Salvation, which is no good.
I spoke with Sir Mercedes. At times, I feel I'm the only one focused on the two tasks at hand. We came to Grancis, not to threaten, but to slay a dragon, honoring the old pact among our nations. Everyone ought to clear their minds of any burden that would interfere. As I understand it, Sir Mercedes brought no men with her from Hearthstone. The force she commanded here was comprised of sellswords and the like.
He is involved in a quest, but I have to pick it up first. Oh fuck, I just realized I probably... It's fine. There's a side quest that conflicts with a quest that I have right now. One of the Mountain Way Castle that's like north of here, but not all the way yet towards Hillfigure Knoll. You can get a witness that will help for Fornival's innocence, but Sir Dario, who is the main commanding officer there, also has another quest for you, but the two like conflict and you can't get the dialogues to interchange. Or at least I haven't been able to when I try. Where the hell is Mirabelle? Fucking Feste. Mirabelle is not around right now. I'll come back later. Mirabelle will have a quest where you have to go see the Duchess at night. You basically almost sleep with the Duchess, and it's like, I've only known her for a fucking day, not even. Why do you want to sleep with me? And this one has a quest for...
It pains me to burden you, busy as you are with the royal. 'Tis a cause of skeletons have been sighted.
Basically, there's just a lot of problems with Salvation and wants you to look into it. It's a continuation of the Worm Hunt quest that you took on, basically. At least that's how I see it. Simone, wait.
Tell me, sir, what is to become of my father? You're the Arisen, are you not? I could not, even if the things they say were true, I still... A petition? Of course, I would...
If you want to prove Fornival's guilt, you have to, you're going to want to make sure that when you do, the quests that I think I showed, where Fornival wants his tenants gone off his land, you want to kick them off the land. Because if you want to prove his guilt, all three of them will write petitions for Fornival's guilt if they get kicked off their land. If you buy it, they won't do anything, as far as I know. If I remember correctly, that's how it goes. I should go to the notice board over here while I'm in this general area. Basically, pretty sure the rest of this episode is just going to be me getting side quests going. Oh, the Frontier Caverns, that's what it's called. Yeah. Just kill shit. Nothing too hard about that. Oh, I should probably give my evidence to to Aldous. We'll do it all at once, it's fine. Oh, this is another important quest.
Aye, They say she understands worm speak.
Basically, they're talking shit about Celine. They think that she's in collusion with the dragon, and they want to go kill her, and you have to go help her. Or not, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to go help her. Because Celine gives you herb ales, which are nice. At least I think they're nice. You don't have to think so. I shouldn't have put that in. Oh well.
What will it be today? What will it be today?
But yeah, they're still, since they're talking, the quest hasn't actually popped up, and I'm busy being a tool and doing all of my inventory shit.
His Grace is keen to seek out the Oak Grove. Even now, he gathers men for a search party.
Yeah, so there's that. Oh, since I'm about to go talk to Caxton, you'll have one of these for Caxton and Madeline.
Here now. If you aid me in us, excellent.
Basically, they want to go to a weaponsmith in the area, like he's really good, and they want to get better at what they do. Basically what it does is increases their inventory, and they have better shit for you. How it is, did I sell? I did sell everything, right? Yeah. There's the gold idol. I think I got that earlier and showed it when I was, maybe I didn't show it when I was doing, there's an escort, well, kind of an escort quest. You basically just tag around the city with Simone while she walks around and be nice to her and shit. If you do everything right with her and she likes you the most, she'll give you the gold idol, but that's the only one you get. And the gold idol is the best idol, and both Madeline and Caxton needed to unlock their full inventory of things to be sold. So you have to choose. The one notice board quest I picked up had a reward that was the silver idol. It's the second best one. So basically what you want to do is you want to give someone the gold idol and someone the silver idol. Who you give it to is dependent upon your tastes and who you want. Caxton is definitely better suited for melee focused classes. He will sell shit for more magic oriented classes, but he specializes in stuff for like fighters, warriors, striders, and rangers, and mystic knights and whatnot. That's what he does best. He will sell some other stuff though. Madeline's store is tailored for archery and magic classes, as well as just female characters in general. So who you give it to first is entirely up to you. You can actually do like all of these things, except for that one. I will probably end up giving mine to Caxton for this time around. Maybe not. I don't know. It's entirely dependent upon who you think is going to best help you while you're playing this game, if you want to buy things from them. Both of their inventories have equal chances of being dropped in like chests and things along the way. So you just gotta find the right chests, basically, farm those and whatnot. So it's entirely up to you I will probably do Caxton first and then Madeline in the next playthrough. Find out. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out at some point, but I don't know what I want to do yet.
What will it be today?
Oh, yeah. It's like, what do I need to do? I need 66 skulls. Oh. It's the problem when you do this shit. It like speeds up dramatically like right around where you need it. Headless icon and leaden globe. What else did I need? Vial of wormwood perfume. I think that was everything except for the tightly folded letter.
What will it be? Come again soon.
Leaden globe, headless icon, 66 skulls, yep. And then the tightly folded letter, which we'll get that later.
Rumors. Ugly. What happened?
Trying to remember. The headless icon is made. You can either get it in a chest occasionally in the catacombs, or you can combine a cursed carving and catacomb gold. Leaden globe, I think, is a mixture of alluvial ore and something else that I can't remember what it is. I don't know if you can get it in chests. I don't think I've ever gotten one in a chest before. I don't have, well, now I can actually get King Bay leaves. Parcels come along with the tightly folded letter. Oh, I have these already. So yeah, as this is just stockpile the notice board quests. I should probably check what escort quests I have available too. It's probably, oh, I have. Alright. Usually you want to try and be quick with escort quests. I will do all that shit in a minute. Let me drop off some crap.
What will it be today? What will it be? Has it come again soon?
I'll pick up the first one a while since it's just to the warrior's departure. Cause that shit's easy to get to. Won't be able to pick up other notice board quests yet though, since you can't pick up notice board quests while you're doing an escort quest. It's fine. We still have 5 minutes though, so I don't know. Or, well, probably 5 minutes before I stop. Hello. Probably should have turned these in as an assassin to get more discipline, but it's fine. How close are we to leveling now? Nope. Yeah, I should have done it as an assassin and gotten discipline. It's fine. Honestly, I'm not even like well equipped to get discipline, because I don't have like the Asher armor or the Ring of Perseverance. What was I doing? It's not what I meant to do. Oh yeah, these notifications are gonna pop up because I just move too fast for the game when it comes to turning in quests sometimes. And they're just like, ah, catch up. It takes a bit. Eventually they get it, or it gets caught up. Can I even enhance anything? I'm probably too broke, or don't have, because I'm sure some of it's gonna need like hunks of gold ore, which you don't get until you fight metal golems. Metal golems. Honestly, I actually really do enjoy fighting metal golems. Except for the one in the Everfall. That one can be a bitch sometimes. Well, yeah. The one in the Witchwood isn't too bad. The one in the Everfall is, though. Basically, they're like regular golems. Golems are just like giant stone things. And they have these like amulets on them that you have to break. I shouldn't be spending this money, it's fine. And you break the amulets on them, and then they die once you've destroyed all of them. They can fire lasers out of their eye. If you hit certain medallions on them or amulets on them, they will turn like completely to stone and just stop moving, and you can attack their other amulets. It's nice sometimes, unless there's an amulet that you can't get to, like the one on its foot, which makes me really, that's the only thing I really don't like about them, is they have a foot amulet that is really annoying, because if you don't get them to fall over, you're never going to be able to break it. Well, probably not. There are some times that you can actually get to it, even if it's not on its knees. It's very annoying. I shouldn't be spending this money. I'm garbage. It's fine. Oh, I think we're caught up now. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, still doing that.
Just a cheat, friend. Just a cheat. What will it be today? What will it be?
Alrighty. To Casadus. Stretch. I guess we'll finish up with this escort quest, because this will take like 3 seconds. Well, unless there's goblins, then it will take more than 3 seconds. Slightly more than 3 seconds. Gosh. Yep, there are goblins. I can see them already. It'll take slightly longer than 3 seconds. Come on.
Our strength brought us victory. The roads are safer than
But still, we'd best stay wary. Yeah, I try to get escort quests done pretty quickly when it comes to NPCs that I know I can't really easily work on their affinity. So like the guys from the Shadow Fort, their affinity, like the quest usually gets their affinity high enough, but it doesn't last long. And if their affinity falters before you can do all their escort quests, then they disappear. You can get them back, it's just, I'd rather just do it while I can. That way I don't have to waste items. Sir Robert. Run faster.
You are a saintly one.
I think I recognize his voice actor. I think I already have workers' pants. I'm pretty sure I do. I should be probably doing this as an assassin still, but it's fine. I have 30 levels as an assassin left or awaiting me, so we'll get the discipline. If I could get all the discipline as a warrior and 25 levels for a rank up, or for a full rank up. Grab these ones a while. What do we got? Skeleton Knights, Male Bandits, Snow Harpies. 35 Male Bandits is actually kind of a lot. It'll take a couple trips. But seeing as how you have to go to the Witchwood more in this section anyways, it's not too bad. Well, you don't have to go. You should go more, because now you have access to King Bailey's, which are everything. Not everything, but they're pretty hecking important for a lot of different things.
What will it be today?
double check. I do have the workers' pants, I'm pretty sure, but yep. Alright. Fast travel to Cassardis a while I sign out. Well, I don't know. God, I'm lonely. It's fine. Alright. Hope you all enjoy this shit. I am enjoying myself, and now I have like things to do, like side quests. Although they're like important side quests that I kind of want to save for next episode, so we'll see how, like, I don't know. We'll figure it all out. Bye.